Joplin, and we listened. It's the all-new Music Radio 93.5.
It's game time! Carthage Tiger Basketball on KDMO and the Carthage Tiger Sports Network.
We want to thank all our Carthage area businesses and employers who support the Tiger broadcasts. Peachtree Dental, Sirloin Stockade, Jerry Poston of State Farm Insurance, Boomer's Barbecue, Dr. Manzer, the law firm of Webster & Carlton, Pearson Kelly, Nell Mortuary, Lauren DeBeauty and Adam Bridges of Farm Bureau Insurance. We also thank Joe Ryder of Edward Jones Investments, Smith CPAs and Advisors, Beimdick Insurance, Fair Acres YMCA, Community National Bank and Trust, Jadwin Insurance, Ott's Food Products, Carthage Area McDonald's, Carthage Water and Electric. We're glad to have J Builders, G3 Family Entertainment, Tony Williams of State Farm Insurance, Turf Tamers, Wood Ford and Wood Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, Carthage Dental Associates, Old Missouri Bank, Hess Brothers Bicycle and Hunter Team of Pro 100, Tony Kennard of Wells Fargo Investments, and we thank Reeves Tire, MSSU, Bob Brown of American Family Insurance, Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donuts, Zyder Tax Services, First American Title Company, and Stephen McKay of Shelter Insurance. Stay tuned for the Music Radio 93.5 halftime show. Keep it here for the Midwest Ag Supply Play of the Game. We are grateful for all our sponsors and encourage you to remember them if or when you ever need their services or products.
And now, the voice of Carthage Tiger Basketball, Jim Taylor.
Hey, we welcome you one final time to Harrison, Arkansas, here at Domlin Arena. It is the 35th annual Lyndall Thomas Classic, and it is the first of the final two boys games on the docket for you today as the Carthage Tigers are playing against Earle. Hi, everybody. I'm Scott McCauley, filling in for Jim Taylor. Zane Henry, who you heard with me Thursday night and who did and covered the game, the victory over Marshall last night, will be joining us a little bit later on. And for Carthage, it's a matter of getting healthy, having a chance to visit a little bit with head coach Nathan Morris before the ball game. And what he told me as far as the two injured players, and of course, if you were listening to us Thursday night, you know that both Trent Yates and Justin Ray went down in the second half of that loss to Harrison. And to what Coach Morris told us before the ball game, Trent Yates is a definite no-go for today. And even though he won't start, Justin Ray will be in the lineup possibly later. He has looked pretty good. Zane and I have been watching him here during warm-up. He has looked pretty good. But Nathan Morris said, of course, with a busy schedule, and of course the Central Ozark Conference play just around the corner, they're definitely not going to push it today. Now, as far as the Lyndall Thomas Classic is concerned, well, here's how it lines out as far as the possible Classic championship. Harrison definitely is in the driver's seat. They had the victory over the Bulldogs, Earle here, who the Tigers will play today. They pulled away for a win in that game last night. And then Harrison, of course, knocked off Carthage, the game you heard right here on Thursday night. So if Harrison beats Marshall later today, they will win the title. If Marshall should happen to beat Harrison and then the Tigers come up with the victory, then it could be a three-way tie for the 2-1 mark in the Classic. But for Carthage, they just want to get out of here healthy and hopefully with a good effort this afternoon. Now, as far as the Bulldogs are concerned, they had a very close loss in their game on Thursday against Marshall. In fact, Zane and I were here watching the end of that game, and Earle missed just over half-court shot at the buzzer that would have tied that game. Marshall ended up getting the victory there, and then Earle, as we said, lost to the Goblins last night. So they will be, regardless, just looking for a win getting out of Harrison. For Carthage, they've been the road warriors. They've already played in Kansas City, and I know a lot of you folks know their schedule, but they are not going to play at home for a while. After they get done with the Classic here, they will be back on the road. Their next game is next Thursday, as they'll have a non-conference tilt just down the road in Anderson at McDonald County, and then we'll open Central Ozark Conference play a lot closer on the road in Joplin on the 9th. Next scheduled home game for Carthage is not until February. However, a lot of those February games will be home matchups for the Tigers. So the Tigers 5-4 and looking to get on a roll. We're just seconds away from the opening tip-off of this one here at Goblin Arena. And we'll get to that coming up here in just a few moments. A reminder that the opening tip-off is sponsored by Community National Bank and Trust. Let's hear from them, and then we'll have the lineups and opening tip-off. The final Tiger game here in Harrison at the Lyndall Thomas Classic against Earle. And it's coming up next on Music Radio 93.5.
Community National Bank and Trust is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tiger basketball opening tip-off. Loyalty, hard work, and dedication are key elements of any successful team. And Community National Bank and Trust appreciates everyone's efforts in making the Carthage Tigers a success this year. As a valued member of the Carthage community, Community National Bank and Trust is there to be a reliable teammate for you and your family. The local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to serve you. Community National Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Lyndall Thomas Classic. We are set for the final game of the Classic here for the Carthage Tigers as they're getting ready to match up against the Earle Bulldogs. So here is the revised starting lineup that Nathan Morris will bring up here today. And Carthage is the visiting team today, so they're dressed in their road blue with white trim. Cruz Castor is the 6'2 junior. The Pugh twins will both be starting today. Colt, the 5'11 junior, and Dylan, the 5'10 junior. Jack Ryder also in the lineup, the 6'0 senior, and Landon Ray, 6'2 sophomore, will also be in the starting lineup. And as Zane was telling me a little bit earlier, Landon really stepped up big last night in getting the victory over Marshall. Really interesting situation with Marshall, and I just kind of caught wind of it as I was visiting with Coach Morris. Coach Dave Stoller, the head coach of the Harrison Goblins, had stopped by and talked to him and explained the Marshall situation where they have apparently been playing in two tournaments this week. The varsity is not only playing here, but they're also playing in another tournament, and they had their full team here for the victory over Earle on Thursday, but then played half and half in the game against the Tigers last night, and Coach Stoller said they're going to kind of do the same thing tonight. So kind of a little bit unusual situation, just to be honest. In fact, as soon as Coach Stoller walked off, Nathan Morris and I were sitting there talking about it and said that's just something you couldn't do in Missouri, and not sure how that happened here, but just one of those things. So that'll be kind of an interesting sidelight. But regardless of that, last night's victory for Carthage was still very, very important because they had to go without two injured players. A lot of other players were able to step up in that lineup. I do need to give you real quick the Earle starters. Earle's comes in with a record of 3-5. Carl Miller is their head coach. Joseph McFay is a 6'3 senior. Derek Lately is a 6'2 junior, as well as Tay Wright and Clifton Wren. Wren is a 5'11 player out there. And we missed one of them here. We may have to pick that one up as we go through. And there it is. It is Jalen Robinson, who is a 6'4 junior in the lineup. And the opening tip-off is controlled. Again, the Earle Bulldogs are the home team here, so they're dressed in their home white and maroon trim. And they will throw it around the perimeter, go inside, and the shot will be up no good. And the board brought down. And eventually, Castor on the ground rolls it. And eventually it's picked up by Landon Ray, and they will get the offense set up as Pugh will run the show here in this set. Again, neither Justin Ray or Trent Yates in the lineup. Yates will not play today. Ray is a possibility later on, depending on how the situation goes. This is Pugh working around. Looks like a little matchup here. And now Carthage inside with a layup missed by Pugh. Follow-up, though, off the glass and in by Cruz Castor. And Castor will give the Tigers the first score of the ball game. They will apply pressure in the backcourt, man-to-man, and a nice steal there as Dylan Pugh steps in front of the pass, comes right back to the top of the key, launches a three, and it drops it down. That is a quick 5-0 lead to start the game in the first minute here for Carthage. Tigers trying to finish the Classic 2-1 and get to the 2024 portion of the season on a nice note. Baseline drive, kick back outside for Earle. Tayron Hurst is also in the lineup. I think I missed him earlier. Had a few number corrections on Earle we were trying to pick up as we were coming on here. So we'll give you the ones we got here as we go. That was a missed shot, And Carthage with the rebound and another basket inside, and it's a quick 7-0 lead. And let's see, Earle not looking to call a timeout yet, but the Tigers off to a fast start here in this ball game. The first 7 points belong to the Tigers. Hurst for Earle has it. The Bulldog guard will dribble into the corner, go cross court to a wide open player. That is Lately, who will miss. Oh, no, he didn't. He made it. It started to bounce out, then kind of took a friendly roll off the back rim and dropped down. Lately, who was one of their leading scorers last night, Lately ended up with 18 points. One of two players to have 18. Here's an easy pass inside. Castor found a player that was, or found a situation where he spun to the basket and there was no one there, so he just shot it up easily. Earle not able to rotate on defense, and now Carthage gets another steal. It was tipped by Castor. Pugh goes down in the lane. He loses the handle, tries to pick it back up, and it will be tipped and eventually controlled by the Bulldogs. Out ahead is McVay. They'll throw him the ball. His high reverse layup is no good. Rebound mishandled by Ryder, and it's picked up, but still missed inside by Robinson. And we're going to have a foul called on Carthage on the rebound. Carthage will be fouled by the Bulldogs on the rebound. They're going to get Jalen Robinson for the foul. 5:10 to go here in the first quarter. 9-3 Carthage lead early in this final day of the Lyndall Thomas Classic. Tigers have split their first two games here and looking to get out of here with a 2-1 mark. Cole Pugh throws it to his twin brother, who will fire another three top of the key that's going to be short. And rebound down to McVay for Earle. Gets it down the sideline to Hurst. Hurst, pass that was tipped, but Robinson does collect it, goes into the lane, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Robinson. Second foul on Robinson, so he has to leave the lineup, and Keontae Harris will come in for him. I have to admit, Carthage may have got a little bit of a break on that call, because it looked like that the defender inside for Carthage is actually leaned back a little bit before the contact happened, but official thought there was enough position there that Carthage got the call, and they had the ball, plus one of their key players for Earle with 2 fouls. Loose ball on the ground, picked up, and eventually into the hands of Castor, whose 10-footer in the lane will roll home. 8 for Castor, and it is an 11-3 lead for Carthage as the Tigers out strong here. McVay gets it across the timeline, and he throws it away. Back the other way to Cruz. He already has 8 first-quarter points. He'll dish this one off in the lane. Kick it back outside to Ryder. Ryder almost traveled the ball, but he got it just in time. 3 in the corner is going to be good. And thinking Earle might think about a timeout, but no such going so far. They're going to go ahead and play. So as Zane was talking about last night, several players stepping up for Carthage, and they're actually going to call a timeout. Timeout will be called by Earle at 3:46 to go first quarter. It's Carthage 14, Earle 3. We're back after this quick 30-second timeout as you're listening to Tiger Basketball on Music Radio 93.5.
Fair Acres Family-Wide cheers on the Carthage Tigers. The coaches, players, and their families all deserve a hearty congratulations and a sincere thank you for their sacrifice and hard work. As Fair Acres Family-Wide works to build strong kids, strong families, and strong communities, they know that good sportsmanship goes a long way in developing one's character. Fair Acres Family-Wide is proud to be part of Carthage and a proud sponsor of Carthage Tiger broadcasts. Go Tigers!
A quick start for the Carthage Tigers as they lead this 14-3. Carl Miller, the Earle Bulldog head coach, had to call the timeout. Already 8 points in the first quarter for Cruz. Castor off to a fast lightning start here, as are the rest of the Tigers, with a couple of threes already in the bank, one by each of the Pugh twins. 14-3. Bulldogs with the basketball, goes cross court. Right now on the right wing, Carthage with pressure, pull-up jumper from just in and outside the arc. Tayron Hurst will get that to drop. So 2 threes for Earle, and that is the offense so far for the Bulldogs. It's 14-6. Carthage in front. Jordan Brunard is in the ball game for Carthage. the sophomore who got some playing time. Ball is thrown away by the Tigers, so the Bulldogs will come back the other way. Taylor Stevens-Diggs, 6'2 junior, is also in the lineup as well for Carthage, 14-6. Hurst thought about stepping into a three. Instead, we'll throw it to the free throw line to McVeigh. Now they try to throw it inside, and the ball was knocked out of bounds and will stay at the Bulldog end. It is Earle, Arkansas, Earle High School, the opponent for Carthage today. Shot missed, and Castor with the rebound for the Tigers. He's running, but 4 of the 5 Bulldogs already back, so they'll set up in the half court. Quick pass over to Ray. Back out to Castor. Castor, nice bounce pass inside, and a beautiful layup by Taylor Stevens-Diggs. But a nice pass to get it to him by Castor as he saw him all alone on the post. And it's a 16-6 Carthage lead. They almost get a steal here. They'll throw it backwards and get it to Hurst, who will pull up at the free throw line. That one will be off the mark. Good rebounding position for the Bulldogs, but couldn't get the shot as Landon Ray disrupted it. There was a lot of contact both ways there. Officials let it go. And with 1:55 to go first quarter, Carthage 10-point lead in the ball. That one they can't let go as they were throwing the ball. And we will note that Justin Ray is in the ball game. He checked in a moment ago, the 6'1 senior. He's one of the players that was injured in the loss to Harrison on Thursday night. Did not play yesterday. In the game today, another off-the-glass shot by Taylor Stevens-Diggs. He has 4. It's an 18-6 Tiger lead. McVeigh the other way for Earle. They'll get the fast break and one, as the layup will be good by Clifton Wren. And we'll see who they get the foul on for Carthage. It'll be Diggs that gets called for the foul. His first and a third on the Tigers here in the first quarter. 1:41 to go. It's an 18-8 Carthage lead. Wren trying to complete the old-fashioned three-point play, which he will do. So he has 3, and that's 9 for the Bulldogs. That cuts the lead to 9. Down to the final 90 seconds to go. So Ray in early here in this game, giving it a try, and so far it looks like he's moving pretty well. Castor with 8 first-quarter points, tries for 10, and that one's going to be no good. 10-foot off the baseline, a little too hard. Down with the rebound, Hurst, quickly down court to Harris. Harris with the layup, no good, gets his own rebound, it's tipped away, and eventually Carthage comes out of there with it, but it's stolen right back as Bernard couldn't hold on to it, and Hurst quickly back the other way for the Bulldogs. Crossover dribble back between the circles, and Harris will set it up for the Bulldogs. Drive on the baseline, cut off by McVeigh. He'll get it back outside, and then a layup inside. Diggs partially blocked that shot and was able to get the rebound. 50 seconds to go, first quarter. 18-9 is our score. Looks like the Tigers will hold up. Again, we are using a shot clock here, so we have to keep that in mind. 20 seconds to go, and turnover here is going to give it back to Earle. No, actually, Carthage gets it back. Diggs back outside, shot clock at 15. So a big break there as Carthage was able to pick up the loose ball, but not enough to get the rebound on the shot clock. So they'll go in. Layup will be no good. Follow-up by Ray, though, is. And Justin Ray, who gets his first basket since getting injured on Thursday, makes it a 29 Carthage lead. We're down to the final 10 seconds here of the opening quarter. Hurst into the free throw line, kicks it outside. 3 from there is up and dropped down. And that is going to be Derek Lately. That gets his second 3 of the game. And Carthage will take a 20-12 lead after one quarter. 20-12, the score at the end of one. Second quarter is coming up next. We'll take a 60-second timeout and be back with it for you as you're listening to Carthage Tiger Basketball on Music Radio 93.5.
Tony Williams State Farm Insurance is a proud supporter of Carthage Tiger Athletics. If life has fouled you out of the game or you just need better coverage, Tony Williams and his experienced team can help get you back in the game with the best coverage for your specific needs. Auto, home, life, business, and more. In the office, over the phone, or online, there's several ways to get a free quote today. Tony Williams State Farm Insurance, located at 2232 Grand Avenue. Tony Williams says, go Tigers!
Since 1978, Reeves Tire and Automotive has been servicing the repair, tire, and wheel needs of the 4 states, offering a full line of tire industry top brands at competitive prices and car and truck repair with superior service and experience that can't be beat. Reeves Tire and Automotive is located at 2504 Grand Avenue and open 8 to 5 Monday through Friday and 8 to noon on Saturdays. Get rolling with Reeves and get rolling with the Carthage Tigers. Go Big Blue.
Second quarter about to get underway. Carthage will have the ball to start the period. They lead it by 8, 20-12. Got McCauley here with you. Zane Henry is here, keeping up on some stats. We will be hearing from him a little bit later on. Appreciate Caleb pushing all the buttons, making sure everything's going well back at Music Radio 93.5. Bulldog basketball, Tiger basketball. We had Carthage leading it here 20-12. As we mentioned, Justin Ray, who is taking the shot right there and making it. Zane will comment later, but we will get a layup at the other end first. That's going to be missed by Lately, but Ray looks pretty good right now, doesn't he? Zane's nodding his head. He sure does. He got that injury, but looks to be moving pretty well. Here's a pull-up jumper, which is going to be no good. Rebound to Castor, who had 8 first-quarter points and almost made it 10 right there, but he's fouled as he goes to the basket. And a couple of free throws will be coming up for the junior Cruz Castor. Tigers with a 23-12 lead. We were, Coach Morris and I were visiting a little bit before the game. As I mentioned, I am cover Brainton basketball, so of course we see a lot of the same teams in the Central Ozark Conference, and talked a little bit about one of our common opponents is both the Pirates and the Tigers have played Sparta. In fact, the Pirates played Sparta in the third-place game of the Blue and Gold tournament last night. Castor missed both free throws. Really has played well, but couldn't connect from the line right there, so it stays in an 11-point lead for Carthage. But Sparta is a small Class 2 school, but Carthage gave them all they can handle. Branson ended up losing by a decent margin. Trojans really shot the ball well last night in that ball game. They are going to give a lot of teams trouble, but that was a really tough week for Carthage, having to play Sparta and Springfield Central, who won one of the divisions of the Blue and Gold during that tournament. Tayron Hurst gets a 3, and the three-point shooting for Earle is the one thing that's keeping him in the ball game. All their points except 2, or better said, all their baskets except 1 have been from beyond the arc. Here's Ray to the basket. He goes in, can't get it to go, though. Credit the good defense by the Bulldogs that time as they'll get it back down court to Harris, and they're going to call an offensive foul on Harris. So that'll be his second team foul here of the quarter. So a couple of times there, the block charges, kind of 50-50 calls, and both of the calls went the Tigers' way. 6:21 to go here before halftime. 23-15 is the lead for the Tigers. Ray has it between the circles. He's going to go to the left side. Here's a quick release 3 by the younger Ray. No good. Follow-up is no good. And the battle for the rebound is going to be a held ball, and the arrow favors the Bulldogs here. So Earle will go back the other way. 23-15, 6 minutes to go in the opening half here. Quick move to the basket by McVeigh for the Bulldogs. Shot, though, will be misfired inside, and Diggs gets the rebound for Carthage. Here comes Ray the other way. Justin Ray, cross midcourt to the top of the key. He'll back it up, gets it to Pugh. This is Colt Pugh. Over to Ryder. Ryder drives to the free throw line, gets all the way into the lane, kicks it out to Diggs. Diggs kind of looking for help, finally gets it to Pugh, spins, shoots, and gets it to go. Bounced around a couple of times, but it finally dropped down there. And Colt Pugh has 5 points. It's a 25-15 lead for the Tigers. Their biggest has been 11 so far. Here's a misfired shot from 3. That one misfired by Harris. Eventually, Ryder comes out with the basketball. And Justin Ray will walk it across midcourt as Earle falls back. No pressure after the missed shot. Diggs back over to Ray. Ray to Ray. Missed shot, though, as Landon couldn't connect on the 3. Follow-up, though, will be good by Colt Pugh, who has 7. And it's a 27-15 lead. Now the biggest lead of the game for Carthage at 12 points. 4:50 to go in the opening half. Almost another turnover, but the Bulldogs will take advantage of the loose ball, and this time they will get Diggs for a foul on attempting the block shot. And that will be his second foul. Just the first team foul here of the second quarter, but the second on Diggs, and it looks like Nathan Morris immediately went to the bench. And I would assume Diggs is heading out of the lineup, and he will. First free throw good by Clifton Wren. He has 4. One more on the way, so this will shorten the lineup a little bit. Second free throw, no good, but right to McVeigh, and the Bulldogs are going to get another crack at it here. Here's a 3 in the corner. That one's going to be too long. Boarded, no good. Tell you what, they're having trouble with some of those layups in there. They're not getting good angles in there, and that's really hurt the Bulldogs. Fast break, though, for Carthage, and that shot's going to be no good. But right there for the rebound, perfect position was Jack Ryder. As the ball came right to him and he was going to the basket, he was able to put it up. Didn't get the shot to go, but does get fouled and has a pair of free throws upcoming. 27-16 with 4:24 to go here in the first half. And it's Ryder at the free throw line that knocks the first one down. That puts him on the school book. We mentioned after today, the Tigers will get a little time off. Ray looks like he's moving around pretty good today, but Nathan Morris did tell me they will definitely be conservative with his usage, although he has played quite a bit here, although he didn't start. Trent Yates is not playing today, but hope to have him ready for the game against McDonald County next week. Got another timeout on the court. Timeout called by Earle. 4:17 to go in the first half. It's 29-16. Carthage with the lead. And we're back after this 30-second timeout with more Tiger basketball on Music Radio 93.5.
Get ready, Carthage. G3 Family Entertainment is coming this fall. Grab your family and friends and come experience the fun. G3 Family Entertainment features a 24-lane bowling alley, an exciting indoor playground for kids 2 to 12, a ninja tag arena, and a restaurant. Located behind Lowe's right here in Carthage. For updates and more information, please follow G3 Family Entertainment on Facebook. G3 Family Entertainment is a proud supporter of our Carthage Tiger student athletes, and they can't wait for the fun to start.
29-16 is the score. 4:17 to go here in the first half. Scott McCauley with you. Zane Henry is here. We'll hear from Zane here in a little bit. 29-16 is the score, and already 2 timeouts used by the Bulldogs. Almost leads to a turnover, but they will get it back. Twice on near turnovers, and the third time they do turn it over. It's like they were going to turn it over, keep trying until they did. Finally, Justin Ray got in the passing lane, shovels it to Castor on the baseline. We'll kick it back outside to Colt Pugh. Posting up on the high side is Castor. Castor shot a little too hard inside, and the rebound pulled down by the Bulldogs. And Robinson will pull it back across midcourt. 29-16 Carthage with 3:30 to go here in the first half. Tay Wright is back in the game for the Bulldogs. Kicks it out into the corner. That shot was blocked, and Ryder picked up the ball after it was blocked, I think, by Landon Ray in the corner. Ray now has the ball himself. Will go to the baseline, gives it to his older brother, who is going to be immediately guarded, but then he gets around him, one-hander, and a term I had never heard before, but I heard Zane saying it the other night. I actually heard the broadcaster from Highland saying, so I guess the Euro step is a thing. So I guess I need to read up on my modern basketball lexicon, but otherwise, Carthage gets another basket, 31-16 on the layup by Ray. Justin Ray with 7, coming off the bench after the injury Thursday night here. Here's a shot in the corner, actually just within the three-point line that's going to be missed. Bulldogs missed the shot. Tigers get the rebound at 2:30 to go first half. As Ray throws it right side to Colt Pugh. Now Ray gets it on the baseline. He's going to pull up and get the jumper to go. It's a nice fadeaway jumper. Justin Ray, I guess the ankle's okay. He's got 9 points off the bench. 2:15 to go first half. It's 33-16 advantage for the Tigers. The Bulldogs, though, going to get a little bit of a boost here as they get the ball inside the lane, and McVeigh's able to get the shot to go, and he's going to be fouled. Second team foul on the Tigers. And we'll wait to see who the foul was on. They're going to call it on Landon Ray. Free throw, though, missed, and Castor with the rebound. 33-18 with 2:05 to go here in the first half. Carthage taking their time. Ray will get it inside. Castor got 8 first quarter points. Nothing so far in the second quarter, and still nothing as that ball went in and out. Castor almost steals the rebound away, but it's knocked out of bounds by him, trying to get it away from Robinson, and it will go that way. Now, Cruz Castor got off to a fast start. He had 8 of the first 14 points for Carthage, but has not scored since then. But the Tigers have had plenty of other offense to build a 33-18 lead. 1:40 to go before halftime. Drive, gets around the defense. Nice pass off, and going towards the basket from the lane was Joseph McVeigh. Good ball movement by Earle. One of their better offensive possessions today as they got to the open guy and got the layup. 33-20 with 1:20 to go before halftime. Burnett, the sophomore, is back in the lineup. And then the pass to Pugh, and then Pugh tries to get it to Ray in the corner, and Pugh just overthrew it. Kind of trying to lead Justin there and let him too much into the out-of-bounds area, and the ball got away from him. 33-20. 13-point lead for Carthage, but Earle making a little bit of a run here late, but now they turn the ball over, and here's a sophomore. He's going to go coast to coast and get the layup. Jordan Burnett gets it, and then Earle commits a violation as they were, I guess, did not get completely out of bounds, and they're going to give the ball right back to Carthage. So after Earle had some momentum here, all of a sudden Carthage got their biggest lead and the ball. And keep in mind, they also have the arrow to start the second half. So it could be a pretty good situation here. Here's a shot just inside the arc. He had his foot on the line, so Burnett will get just 2 there, but that's a good basket. 37-20, lead 17 for Carthage at 40 seconds to go here in the first half. And almost another steal as Burnett gets it down again, and they get the ball, and here they come. Here's Castor down to the front court. Castor has the ball knocked away. He gets it back. They'll get it back outside, and Ray will pick it up, almost loses the handle, gets it back, goes up top of the key, shoots, and that one will be too hard. Rebound is picked up by Earle. They used their high that time to get it. Layup at the other end will drop down. As Keonta Harris will get it. Down to 7 seconds to go in the half. Here's Ray into the front court. Ray is going to pull up. He's going to force one up. He gets it in as the clock expires in the first half. So Justin Ray off the bench, off the injury. Is he rusty? 12 first half points. I think he's doing pretty well. That is going to wrap up the first half here in Harrison at the Lyndall Thomas Classic, and a good one for Carthage. They put 40 on the board in the first half, and Carthage has a 40-22 lead over the Earle Bulldogs here at the Lyndall Thomas Classic. We'll take a 3-minute timeout, and then we'll start our halftime show right after this, and all that coming up straight ahead on 93.5.
Just as an athletic team relies on teamwork to reach its goals, a business depends on its staff to complement each other's strengths and function as a team to achieve its goals. The certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be a member of your team and help you reach your financial goals. Their small business accounting, payroll, and advisory services could help ensure your financial success. Call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
Bimdick Insurance is a proud supporter of the Carthage Tigers. Smart coaches build great team members. They have a solid game plan and only have the best equipment for their players. Bimdick Insurance applies this same philosophy when putting together an insurance program to ensure your Carthage Tiger family or business. When scouting for insurance, the right agent for your team is Bimdick Insurance. Give Bimdick a call at 417-358-4007. Go Big Blue!
Nothing is more important than the love of a family. There to share the good times there to share the hard times. We are here to serve the family with thoughtful consideration and respect. The love of a family is a very special thing. The love of a family never grows old. It just grows. A love that lasts forever. The Nell Mortuary in Carthage, locally owned since 1882.
When your little rookie takes a hard sack or fever has you benched, you need Mercy Now. Go to mercynow.net, answer a few questions, and find your best, quickest option for care. With virtual, in-person, digital, and urgent care visits, Mercy can get you off the IR and back in the game. Find your best play at mercynow.net. At Mercy, your life is our life's work.
The law firm of Webster & Carlton knows that it takes more than athletes to make a great team. From the coaches and teachers to parents and extended family, it takes the entire community to support our student athletes and make the Carthage Tigers a success. Webster & Carlton is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tigers sports broadcast, and they salute everyone who are cheering for our Tigers. The law firm of Webster & Carlton, offices in Joplin, 417-781-5690. Go Tigers and go Big Blue!
Carthage Tiger Sports is all about teamwork, dedication, and a commitment to excellence. Dr. Michael Woody and the team at Peachtree Dental support all of the players and coaches that make Tiger Sports so great. They offer a full range of treatment options that can be personalized to meet your unique needs and expectations, including orthodontics for all ages. Peachtree Dental always welcomes new patients of every age. For a better dental experience, give Peachtree Dental a call at 358-2233. Go Tigers!
40-22, our halftime score. Carthage with the lead over the Earle Bulldogs. Scott McCauley with you. We do now have Zane Henry hooked up on a headset. No, he's not a figment of the imagination. He actually is basically here. So, tell you what a first half for Carthage, though. Coming out, it's good to see Justin Ray back at it. By the way, it is 40-22. Carthage leading Earle at halftime, and a lot of things going the Tigers' way.
Yeah, good to see Justin Ray back, and good to see him with explosiveness. 12 first-half points for him.
Yes, he's got 12 points. In fact, he leads all scorers in the ball game with those 12 points. And again, he came off the bench. Cruz Castor had all of his 8 points in the first quarter. Hasn't scored since, but still plenty of help from the likes of Colt Pugh, who has 7. Dylan Pugh has a 3. Also 4 for Taylor Stevens-Diggs and Jordan Brunner, and 2 for Jack Ryder in the first half. Clifton Wren has Tayron Hurst and Derek Lately, each with 6 for Earle. 4 apiece for Joseph McVeigh and Clinton Wren, with Keontae Harris with 2. It is 40-22 at halftime. Carthage with the lead over the Earle Bulldogs. The Tigers trying to finish the Lyndall Thomas Classic with a record of 2-1. Back with more of the halftime show after this 3-minute timeout on Music Radio 93.5.
If your lawn is completely wild, it's time to bring in Turf Tamers and create a green turf that's calm and lovely. Turf Tamers will rid your lawn of the unwanted weeds and unsightly, funky grasses that have made your lawn the wild kingdom. Give them a call at 417-434-0810. When they arrive, you just leave it to them to tame that turf and have your neighbors admiring it. Turf Tamers, the name says it all. Turf Tamers, 417-434-0810.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison in Carthage can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, Agent Jerry Poston can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, Agent Jerry Poston will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all of your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison, or call 417-358-5052.
Wood, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram cheer on our Tigers. They want to recognize the hard work and sacrifices that the parents and coaches and their families make to help our student athletes be their best during and between games. And don't forget, the next time you're in the market for a new or pre-owned vehicle, keep Wood, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram in mind. Parts, service, sales, and financing, everything in one place. Save a trip and shop Carthage. Wood, Chrysler, Dodge, Jeep, and Ram, part of Wood Motor Company. A solid name you can trust. Go Tigers!
Boomer's Barbecue at 1123 West Central Avenue in Carthage cheers on our Carthage Tigers. From the coaches to the parents and teachers, it takes a lot of effort to help our student athletes and the rest of the student body reach their goals. And Boomer's Barbecue salutes all who make our Tigers great. Boomers is proud to be a sponsor of this broadcast, and they thank you for your business over the years. Once a Tiger, always a Tiger. Carthage alumni Willie Wagner and the entire crew at Boomer's Barbecue say, go Tigers, go blue.
Zyder Tax Service loves cheering on our Carthage Tigers. Mike and all the staff know our student athletes have worked hard this year, and they give a big hand to everyone who has helped and encouraged the Tigers to have a successful season. Zyder Tax Services, serving Carthage and the surrounding area with tax planning and preparation for individuals and businesses, is proud to be one of the locally owned businesses that support your Carthage Tigers broadcasts. Join Mike Zyder, CPA, and the rest of Zyder Tax Services as they cheer on our Tigers. Go Tigers!
J Builders is rooting on all our Carthage Tiger student athletes. J Builders LLC has over 25 years of experience and quality work. They provide a variety of construction services, including new home design and construction, home additions, and many more general contracting services. J Builders takes pride in their work and strives for excellence and timely completion of work on every job. For estimates and questions, please call J Builders at 793-1432 today. Tiger alum Justin Holsworth and everyone on the J Builders team says, go Tigers!
40-22, Carthage with the lead over Earle as we get set for the second half. And Zane, I guess if you're looking at what Carthage does in the second half, I think you just got to say more of the same.
Yeah, there's nothing really they need to improve upon. There's always going to be some mistakes, but Carthage has done a great job limiting those and just taking advantage of what the Bulldogs are giving them, really. A lot of turnovers that Carthage is getting and just turning into points.
Yeah, and they are really making a lot of good things happen on both the offensive and the defensive end. Honestly, Earle has not shot the ball very well, but they haven't had many second opportunities when they've had those missed shots. 40-22, final half from the Lyndall Thomas Classic for the Carthage Tigers. We have it coming up in 2 minutes on Music Radio 93.5.
Your early morning coffee run, Friday nights under the lights with your friends and family. We love the things you love about the Ozarks because we live here too. If you've been left on hold or in the dark or feel like just a number, you'll find the service and convenience you need at OMB, where we know your name, know your story, and love your community because it's our community too. Visit us in person at 535 West Fur Road in Carthage or online at ombbank.com. OMB, community banking made better. Member FDIC.
Your local shelter insurance agent, Stephen McKay, is proud to be part of the Carthage community and knows that planning for the future makes all the difference in a person's life. The personal values of hard work, truth, and honesty will help our young students become good citizens and the leaders of tomorrow. Stephen McKay of Shelter Insurance can help you get the right coverage for your family, home, vehicles, and more. Offices just east of Central and Garrison in Carthage. He's a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tiger broadcast and says, go Tigers!
Is your office ready to be a workplace of the future? Does that mean whizzing around on hoverboards and robots answering phones? Maybe, but we'd suggest trying more useful technology first. Pearson Kelly can set you up with tech that lets your whole team work from anywhere, collaborate on devices, and always have the information they need to do their job. Keeping up with technology can be stressful. We're here to simplify it for you. Whether your office has an internal IT team or not, we have options to fit your needs. Find us at pearsonkelly.com and let us make technology simple for you.
The owners, staff, and management at Sirloin Stockade wish the Carthage Tigers a successful year, not only in athletics but also in the classroom. Sirloin Stockade knows that hard work and diligent effort are keys to achieving goals, and they look forward to those young students embracing the challenges of tomorrow. Sirloin Stockade is proud to be part of the Carthage Tiger broadcast, and they remind you to stop by before the game or during the weekend for a delicious meal that's just as good as home cooked. Sirloin Stockade, 1027 West Central in Carthage.
40-22 the score. Carthage leads Earle going into the second half here at the Lyndall Thomas Classic. Scott McCauley along with Zane Henry. Caleb keeping things going. Here's a fadeaway jumper in the corner to start the second half, and that one barely drew iron by Colt Pugh. Pretty nice crash across the baseline, but Earle looks like they've picked up the intensity a little bit here to start the second half, and they get a jumper in the corner.
Joseph McVeigh with that turnaround there.
Yeah. Sometimes hard to see the difference between the 0 and the 2 on some of these uniforms. I always say it's on my bifocal line. That's the excuse I use. Dylan Pugh has the basketball now on the right wing. So Earle gets the first basket to start the second half. That cuts the lead to 16. Here's a three that's going to be short. Another one and out, and Hurst comes back the other way. Hurst down the middle of the court, then he'll pull it back to the right side, go close to midcourt, and now a baseball pass underneath, and a baseline jumper will be no good. Had a point-blank shot, but couldn't get it to go. And the rebound comes down to Ryder. Looks like Carthage is starting the same way they started the game, so Ray on the bench to start the second half, at least the older Ray. Jumper in the corner. That one for three is good by Dylan Pugh, even though after the shot, the defender kind of nicked him a little bit. Not enough for a foul, but still good focus right there.
Yeah, Dylan really tried to sell it, trying to get that and 1-3.
And that is now extends to the biggest lead. 19-point advantage for Carthage here, 43-24. Just 90 seconds into the second half. As Dylan Pugh gets into the passing lane here, they were trying to hit Wren on the baseline, and Pugh anticipated it and knocked the ball away. And Tayron Hurst will inbound for the Bulldogs. Carthage defends that well, and it's going to be a steal. And here comes Castor trying to go coast to coast, and he won't get it, but Ryder will. So I guess Castor cannot score in double figures. He has been trying now for 2 quarters to get to that 10th point after 8 first-quarter points and had a pretty relatively easy layup. He was getting tracked down by the defender, but Ryder was there to clean it up, and it's 45-24. The lead is 21 and could be greater as Earle throws the ball away at the other end. And for folks that may be joining us, it is Earle High School. Every time I say Earle, I feel like I'm saying somebody's name, but it is the name is Earle. It's also Earle, Arkansas. They are here for the Lyndall Thomas Classic. Colt Pugh with the basketball, gets it up over to Landon Ray. Landon will look and find Jack Ryder on the left wing. Now to the right side, here's another quick release three, but that one's going to be a little too hold by Colt Pugh, and somehow the ball was taken away on the rebound, and Carthage still has it, and then the hook shot inside is good by Landon Ray. That's just good hustle right there.
Yeah, Jack Ryder able to get that second chance opportunity, and Landon Ray capitalizing on it.
47-24. And after the Bulldogs got the first basket of the second half, it's a 7-0 Carthage run here. Jumper, though, will be good from about 10 feet on the right side of the lane. Derek Lately gets that one to go. It's 47-26. You know, and this is the same Earle ball club that gave Harrison all they could handle last night before the Goblins pulled away. But Carthage really taking it to him here. Kind of got him behind early. It's been hard to catch up. Here's still another open look at three. That one, though, is missed by Pugh. And now it's Earle on the run. Fast break will not work, though, because the pass for Lately was a little early. Maybe I don't know how to say that, but he was. They got it ahead of him and just overshot the target. And the ball goes back to Carthage. Another try for three. That one is going to be a little too hard as well. And the miss. And now a layup down at the other end by Harris will be missed. Some good defense that time. Carthage, though, not able to handle the rebound. One of those situations where both Ray and Pugh were fighting for the same ball, and they didn't realize it.
Yeah, Pugh, after that three-point, just was able to make that an uncomfortable shot for the Bulldogs. And so that could have been 2 easy points.
Justin Ray will check back in. If you are joining us, Justin Ray, who was injured here Thursday night, did end up playing and scoring 12 points in the first half. And one of the players, Jack Ryder, is running over to the trainer, and I think he got banged up a little bit, so he is going to be tended to. So one of the interesting things here, and in fact, we've got I see what happened. We had a collision. We had blood on the uniform because Joseph McFay also has blood on his uniform, as does Jack Ryder. So they're both going over to the trainer, which is in the corner, which we can see right from our vantage point. Inbounds pass to Robinson. Earle has the basketball, trailing by 21. Jumper from 18 is going to be no good. Diggs with the rebound. He just checked in a moment ago along with Justin Ray. Diggs had 4 first-half points. To the basket, is Ray. Loses the handle, gets it back outside, and a long-range jumper about 30 feet away for Justin Ray goes down. He has 15.
You got to card that kid from anywhere.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it. Yeah, when you shoot the ball from a different area code, that's something else. But miscommunication on the Bulldog end. And it will come back to Carthage with the basketball at 3:32 to go, or 3:52 to go, third quarter. Jordan Brunert will check in. Landon Ray will check out at 3:50 to go here. 50-26. 3 at the other end is going to be a high arcing 3 by Dylan Pugh. And it's now 53-26. You know, I never thought we'd even talk about this, but in the fourth quarter, we may be looking at turbo clock here at this rate. This has been kind of a quick-moving game, but fast. I'm not saying we're going to get there, but the way that Earle had played in their first 2 games, I think the fact that Carthage has really taken it to him is a little bit of a surprise, more so from one and the other. Forecaster goes up for the shot, can't make it. It was blocked this time. We're going to start a campaign to get Cruz Castro that 10th point at some point in the game. Lately kicks it into the corner to Robinson. Lately gets it back in the lane. Too hard off the back of the rim. It's Robinson with the rebound, and he throws it to I don't know who. It was on the Earle bench holding a camera, but that person, even though they're on the Earle bench, is not eligible to participate. So
yeah, Wren definitely thought with their offensive scheme, someone should have replaced him in the corner, and just no one was able to get there in time.
Yeah, as the ball kind of came off a little bit strange off the glass there. 53-28, the 25-point advantage for the Tigers here. Trying to make it more. 3 is missed. Rebound, though, to Brunert. Back out to Pugh. Brunert has it, gets into the quarter. Diggs post up, and he's fouled as he goes up for the shot. So Lately commits the foul, and it's Taylor Stevens-Diggs, already 4 on the board, looking to add more. Well, assuming the Tigers can keep this up and finish strong, especially with losing 2 players. Of course, Yates has not played since Thursday. It was good to see Ray back in the lineup today, but I think if you're Nathan Morris, you got to be happy with how this is ending up. With a very good effort, 2 good wins against Marshall and Earle. And his Goblin Ball Club, although they probably didn't play their best first half after being off for a while, even against Carthage, this Goblin Ball team is the real deal. They are really good, and they've had a few injuries, but still having some success. Ball kicked by Carthage here as Hurst tries to throw the ball down low. And Brunert gets the kick out of bounds. 55-28, 2:21 to go, third quarter. They'll have the game with McDonald County before starting COC play. And the COC, as we were discussing a little bit earlier, looks to be really, really good this year. We'll talk a little bit about that in the fourth quarter. Hurst in the corner, being tracked down. Ryder actually cuts him off on the baseline. By the way, Ryder is now back in the ball game. Here's Lately gets the pass, tries to throw it down low. It was deflected, I think, hit by Diggs before it went out of bounds, and it will stay with the Bulldogs.
Diggs just being a defensive unit right here for the Tigers.
Oh, really nice inbounds play as Wren broke for the basket right as the inbounder got the ball and no one could get over to him. Wren was 6. It's 55-30, a 25-point lead. Ray, though, is given a layup as he just left the defender in his shoes back there, and he is now up to 17 points, 57-30. So a quick answer for Carthage as they keep the pressure on here. 90 seconds to go in the third quarter. Lately in the quarter, gets across court to Wren, back over to Lately. Lately will back it up. Wren will now take it as we're down to 1:15 to go here in the quarter. Hurst wanted to go to the basket, lost the handle, but it was picked up by McVeigh on the baseline. Ray couldn't get to it in time. So now I'll go cross court, and trying to get it was Pugh, just could not get there. Shot clock almost goes off. They have to get the shot off. It's no good. And somehow Diggs, even though he had balance, he got the behind-the-back dribble and kept a hold of it and gets Ray in position to try a 3 from long range. He was short on it, though. 50 seconds to go in the period. On the run is McVay for Earle. His fadeaway from 15 is no good. And Diggs gets the rebound again. Here's the outlet to Burnett, and I think they're going to try to slow things down here a little bit. Lately tries to reach in to get the ball. But they're able to hold on to it. Pugh on the baseline, bounces it over to Ray. Quick release three in the left corner will be short. Rebound, though, picked up by Carthage. And then a tie-up on the rebound. And the arrow actually goes the way for Earle. So even though they get the turnover, that's really not the worst thing to happen for Carthage. That means they'll get the ball to start the fourth quarter. So sometimes that's a trade-off that coaches are willing to make here. And what makes it even worse is, well, I thought they were going to get called for traveling, but it is going to be a foul. And I think that's the right call. I think he did trip him up. It will be the first foul called on Ryder. So the Bulldogs will inbound on the baseline with 20.3 to go. Off several screens, Robinson for three, top of the key, no good. Ray gets the board, 15 seconds to go. Let's see what they can do with it. Down the court it goes, and a foul called as Ryder goes to the basket, and they will get Hurst for the foul. Or check that, that's going to be Wren for the foul. And with 11.1, two free throws coming up. This is a 27-point game. I got to admit, I did not see this one coming the way it's transpired.
Yeah, it was sneaky because of how the Bulldogs have just kept in both of their games as that free throw is made by Ryder. But the Bulldogs have had two very close competitive games, and so we went in here fully expecting a really big challenge. But Earle has not had some shots fall for him that they should have. There's some good looks, not getting the baskets to go in.
And when they've missed those shots, they've not got a lot of second chances thanks to Carthage rebounding. Ryder goes 1 of 2 at the line. It's 58-30. 7 seconds to go in the quarter. McVay into the front court, gets it over to Hurst. Hurst is going to have to put up a fadeaway jumper from 18. That's going to be no good. And we go to the fourth quarter, and this one is all Carthage. The third quarter, 58-30. Carthage leads it at the end of the third. We will take a 60-second timeout. Fourth quarter is on the way next for Music Radio 93.5.
Hess Brothers Bicycle on the south side of the square and the Hunter team of Pro 100 cheer on the Carthage Tigers. Zach Hess, along with Carthage alumni Alyssa Hess and Jim Hunter, know that goal setting and teamwork are crucial to making dreams a reality. Be it home ownership or staying fit and active, they want the best for our young students. Hess Brothers Bicycle, a full-service bicycle shop, proud to be a part of the local business community. And the Hunter team of Pro 100 salute the Carthage Tigers. Find them both on Facebook or the web. Go Tigers!
I'm Jeremy Jadwin of Jadwin Insurance. I wish the Carthage Tigers a successful year not only in athletics but also in the classroom. Conscientious and honest hard work are vital to achieving goals, and I look forward to our young students reaching new heights in their lives and giving back to our community as good citizens and business owners. As a parent of Carthage Tiger athletes, I'm proud to be a part of the Carthage Tiger broadcast, and I cheer on our Carthage Tiger. And when you need insurance, think Jadwin. Jadwin Insurance. Go Blue. Go Tigers.
All Carthage here this afternoon in their final game of the Lyndall Thomas Classic. They lead the Earle Bulldogs 58-30. Scott McCauley and Zane Henry filling in for Jim Taylor. As I mentioned Thursday, I've known Jim for many, many years and glad to be able to help him out at least a couple of the days. Couldn't make it here yesterday, but Zane was kind enough to be here and get everything taken care of. And it has been a very well-played classic. We have a little delay here.
I think they're wiping just some remnants of
maybe
Ryder over there.
Well, and they may have had a little bit of that may be where that collision happened earlier that caused the blood on the uniform.
Mm-hmm.
Carthage throwing the inbounds. They'll get it to Ryder, down low to Castor. Castor kicks it back outside to Ray. Ray will go left side. Ryder again gives it off. Castor to the basket. Can he get his 10th point? He does! I don't know why that excited me so far, but after getting 8 points in the first quarter, Cruz Castor ends up getting 10 points for the game. We're just underway, and that does officially put us into turbo clock here in the fourth quarter. Now, obviously, if Earle scores, that will kind of put that to question, and I'll have to say, I assume the rules are the same. You know, you and I are both used to calling games in Missouri, as are the folks from Carthage hearing games from Missouri, but I do believe that is the same rule here. Here is Ray to the basket, gets it inside. Castor will get another shot to go down. 12 for Cruz Castor. It is 62-30, and this one is all Tigers, as Carthage is coming out on fire here today. Going to have a foul called, and indeed that turbo clock is going to roll. So they will put the ball back in bounds. I know we've got to get some messages there here in the fourth quarter, so we'll be going away a couple of times, especially as the turbo clock goes down. So all the folks that help bring you Carthage Tiger basketball can be given their proper due, as the Tigers are on their way into a win. Nice block inside. That was Castor that got up to knock it away. And back the other way we go. Here's a layup. Going to be no good, but there will be a foul called. And we're going to have a couple free throws coming up. Let's go ahead and come back after 60 seconds. We'll tell you how the free throws go, and we'll get you more Carthage Tiger basketball after 60 seconds on 93.5.
Tony Kennard with Wells Fargo Advisors cheers on our Carthage Tigers. Financial advisor Tony Kennard knows that any successful team plans for the future, works hard, and sets goals. Tony wants the best for Carthage's student body, who will be our community leaders in coming years. Tony Kennard with Wells Fargo Advisors is proud to be a part of this Carthage Tiger broadcast. Go Tigers! Wells Fargo Advisors is a trade name used by Wells Fargo Clearing Services, LLC, member SIPC, a registered broker-dealer and non-bank affiliate of Wells Fargo & Company.
First American Title Insurance Company cheers on our Carthage Tigers. They know our student athletes have worked hard to make this season happen, and they give a big hand to everyone from the teachers and coaches to the families and student body who have encouraged the Tigers to have a successful season. First American Title Insurance Company, a national Fortune 500 company, is just north of the roundabout in Carthage. They're proud to be one of the locally owned businesses that supports these Tiger broadcasts. Go Tigers! Go Blue!
Well, while we were away, Justin Ray, after two missed free throws by Castor, get a stop at the other end, and just as we were coming back, Justin Ray hits another three. He is up to 20 points in the ball game. It is 65-30, and it looks like we're probably going to be in turbo clock the rest of the time here, even though a three does drop down for Hurst. That gets it back to 32. It's interesting, and I don't know if they do this for basketball or not, Zane, but I know in football, I did learn this last year, that once turbo clock starts in football, it goes, even if it goes below 30. Or 35, I guess, in football. Now, in Missouri, it doesn't do that. You keep going back and forth, but not sure about that here in Arkansas. Mm-hmm. Here's a nice lay-in. Castor can't get that one to fall. Follow-up doesn't go either. Then the ball's stolen on the rebound. Pugh goes up. He can't get it to fall. A lot of contact here. And eventually Carthage will pick up the loose ball out around midcourt, and they will reset. Here's a three ball. That one's going to be no good. And they'll finally get a foul on the play, and the Earle Bulldogs will get the ball back. Let's step aside for another 60-second timeout. We'll be back with the final 3 minutes of this one after this on Music Radio 93.5.
Carthage McDonald's, a proud supporter of the Tigers. They recognize the importance of teamwork. The R9 sports program is something to be proud of. The coaches, players, and each family member make a lot of sacrifices to create a winning team. The many practices, court and field preparation, the disappointments, and the great moments are all part of learning to win at life itself. Your Carthage McDonald's, locally owned and operated by the Marshall Rice family. Go Big Blue! Just as an athletic team relies on teamwork to reach its goals, a business depends on its staff to complement each other's strengths and function as a team to achieve its goals. The certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be a member of your team and help you reach your financial goals. Their small business accounting, payroll, and advisory services could help ensure your financial success. Call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
Jordan Bruner at the free throw line makes both free throws, so he goes up to 6 points, and we're down to 2:35 to go. And Carthage is going to win this one and finish the Classic with a 2-1 mark, 6-4 overall. 67-33 is the score as the Carthage Tigers, with just a great effort here today in the final game down here in Harrison, Arkansas. 3 ball going to be no good by the Bulldogs. We do have some new players in the ball game. Here's a 3 by Tayron Hurst, who's up to 14. Looks like Braden Odell is in the ball game for Carthage. He has the ball in the lane right now. Another 3. This one's going to be good by Brunner, who now has 9 points. And have a quick stoppage of play as we're going to get a new player in the ball game here. Think some more blood on the uniform here. That does stop the clock temporarily. They look, they don't see any blood on the floor, and I think the official says we only got 90 seconds to go. We'll play this one out. So we'll take an extra break during our post-game show and make sure we get all of our sponsors in. We're about 90 seconds away from that getting underway as we'll wrap up our play here from the Lyndall Thomas Classic. A one-hander no good by Brunard, who has 9 points. He would have got to double figures if that one would have gone in. At the other end, here's Hurst. He will get a jumper to go as Hurst has 16. And we'll have another player come into the ball game for a substitute as we're down to the final minute of the game. So we'll see. Carthage may elect just to dribble it out here and see what's going to happen. Down to 40 seconds to go. In the corner, it goes to Odell. Up top to Pugh. And indeed, Carthage is just going to run some offense here. Bounce it outside. It's the Pews that are playing catch now to the baseline. Odell wants to put it up and score. He doesn't get it, and the ball will go out of bounds, and it will go to Earle. And so Earle may cut it under 30 if they hit a 3 here, but that is going to be probably the final play of the ball game. They're going to try to get over to the right side. They're going to try to hit a 3. High arcing 3 will be short. And there's your final score. Carthage ends the Lyndall Thomas Classic with a big win over the Earle Bulldogs. It is 70-38. Carthage with a huge win over Earle to wrap up the Lyndall Thomas Classic with a 2-1 record. We'll take a 3-minute timeout. Post-game show gets underway next, right here at Music Radio 93.5.
American Family Insurance.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Carthage, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. This is Bob Brown from the Bob Brown Agency. Call me at 358-9715 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Insurance.
For details, contact Robert Brown, agent at Bob Brown Agency, 417-358-9715, or stop by 1921 South Garrison Avenue in Carthage today.
Where will you be in 4 years? At Missouri Southern State University, we're here to help you achieve your life goals. Small class sizes allow you to develop a more personal relationship with your instructors and practice your skills in immersive environments. From a healthcare simulation center to crime scene investigation, state-of-the-art science labs, a mock courtroom, and much more. Study abroad opportunities can help you develop a global mindset. Learn more about our high-quality educational opportunities at mssu.edu.
Joe Ryder, your Carthage area Edward Jones financial advisor, understands the importance of setting long-term goals and building towards them each and every day through diligent hard work. Whether it's in the game or in the classroom, Joe wants the best of our student athletes and the rest of the student body. Joe has always supported the Carthage Tigers and is proud to be part of the community. Joe Ryder of Edward Jones at 2142 South Garrison in Carthage says, "Go Tigers, go!" Member SIPC. Drew Evans Investment Companies of Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donut cheer on our Tigers. They're proud to be part of this Carthage Tigers broadcast. Hard work, diligence, and persistence give big rewards in life. So make it count, Tigers. The owners and employees at Whistler's and Daylight Donut want only the best for our Tigers and the entire student body. Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donut. Dine in or carry out at all locations in Carthage. Go Tigers. Go Big Blue. Sponsored by Drew Evans Investments.
We are Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance, and we're here for all of life's wins. Like when you get a new car, or new boat, or new driver, or when your son moves out but your mom moves in, or you find out you're expecting again, or when one rental property turns into 2, then 20, or you realize they're all in Tornado Alley. Life is full of life events. Make sure you have the right policy for each of life's wins.
I'm Adam Bridges.
And I'm Lauren DeBeauty, your Missouri Farm Bureau Insurance agents.
And we've got you covered through all of life's wins.
Go Tigers!
Let Community National Bank and Trust be the co-captain of your team at home. As a proud sponsor of the Carthage Tiger broadcasts and a solid member of our community, Community National Bank and Trust can be counted on to provide you top-notch service. As a conservative and solid bank, they offer competitive loan rates and checking and saving accounts geared to reward you. Community National Bank and Trust is there to be a reliable teammate for you and your family. The local bank that's small enough to know you, yet big enough to serve you. Community National Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Scott McCauley and Zane Henry back with you here in Harrison, Arkansas, the Lyndall Thomas Classic. I think I added one to it. It's actually the 34th annual Lyndall Thomas Classic that, at least for Carthage, is wrapped up. And the first visit to the Classic, pretty good. 2-1. They did lose to the Goblins on Thursday night, but then got the victory over Marshall yesterday. That one, Carthage got the 56-44 win over Marshall yesterday. They then get the huge 70-38 win today here over the Earle Bulldogs. And, you know, sometimes basketball is a simple game, but when you're making shots, things are going well. Carthage certainly made a heck of a lot more shots than Earle did today, and even when Earle was missing, they weren't getting a lot of second chances where the Tigers got a few second chances, and that's kind of led to this big win.
Yeah, multiple just Tiger players able to just crash the boards. It wasn't any specific player who was just doing a good job. They were, as a team, they were just getting every rebound in sight defensively and offensively, which led to a lot of second chance points for Carthage as well.
And keep in mind that, remember, they didn't have Trent Yates at all in the ball game. He got injured Thursday night. Justin Ray came back after the game started. He came in about midway through the first quarter and still led all scorers in the ball game. And if you were to look at Justin Ray today and not having known what happened the previous 2 days, you could not tell that he was hurt. So that was good news. Of course, the Tigers will have a few days to rest up now before their game coming up next Thursday. We'll take another 3-minute timeout here, and then Zane and I will come back and give you a scoring recap on this one. Carthage wins this one over Earle 70-38, and the post-game show continues at Music Radio 93.5.
Woodford is proud to bring Carthage High School sports this school year. Competition builds good character in our students, and a sense of teamwork and good sportsmanship only serve to make our student athletes better citizens. The employees and management at Woodford say, "Go Blue, go Tigers," and remember, Woodford delivers competitive deals every day. There's no need to leave Carthage to find a good deal on a new or pre-owned vehicle. Woodford, part of Wood Motor Company, a solid name you can trust.
Everyone at Carthage Water and Electric Plant wishes the Carthage Tigers a great season, not only in sports but in scholastics as well. As your public power utility, we know the value of teamwork will pay dividends as our youth enter the workforce and their professional careers. Let's stay community powered and cheer on our home team to win. Carthage Water and Electric Plant encourages you to get out and support our Carthage Tigers.
Odds Food Products is proud of our student athletes and supports this broadcast of the Carthage Tigers. It takes everyone working together to make a great team, and that applies to Odds Food Products as well. You've known Odds' stellar reputation for over 70 years and appreciate the consistent quality of their salad dressings and barbecue sauces. Check out their products at your local grocery store. It's all good at Odds. Odds is glad to be a part of the Carthage community. Go Tigers, go Big Blue.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison in Carthage can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business insurance, Agent Jerry Poston can dig into the playbook and help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, Agent Jerry Poston will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all of your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agent Jerry Poston at 1601 South Garrison or call 417-358-5052.
Manzer Family Medicine cheer on our Carthage Tigers. Dr. Manzer and staff know that striving for one's goals are the key to success in life, and they want our students to be the best both in and out of the game. Manzer Family Medicine is a comprehensive multi-specialty practice that is physician-owned and patient-driven. They have locations in Missouri and Kansas, with the Carthage Urgent Care open 7 days a week for you and your family when you need care the most. For more information, find them on Facebook or manzerfamilymedicine.com. Go Tigers!
The law firm of Webster and Carlton knows that it takes more than athletes to make a great team. From the coaches and teachers to parents and extended family, it takes the entire community to support our student athletes and make the Carthage Tigers a success. Webster and Carlton is a proud sponsor of this Carthage Tigers sports broadcast, and they salute everyone who are cheering for our Tigers. The law firm of Webster and Carlton, offices in Joplin, 417-781-5690. Go Tigers and go Big Blue!
Is your office ready to be a workplace of the future? Does that mean whizzing around on hoverboards and robots answering phones? Maybe, but we'd suggest trying more useful technology first. Pearson Kelly can set you up with tech that lets your whole team work from anywhere, collaborate on devices, and always have the information they need to do their job. Keeping up with technology can be stressful. We're here to simplify it for you. Whether your office has an internal IT team or not, we have options to fit your needs. Find us at pearsonkelly.com and let us make technology simple for you.
70-38 was the final score. Carthage knocking off Earle here in their final game of the Lyndall Thomas Classic here in Harrison, Arkansas. Let's give you the scoring recap. By the way, they do a player of the game for each game here at the Classic, and Justin Ray was the player of the game that was selected by the committee here in Harrison, and justifiably so. Off the bench, coming off an injury, all he did was lead all scorers with 20 points in the ball game. Cruzcaster had those 8 first quarter points. It took him a while, but he finally did get the double figures. He did get a couple of baskets in the fourth quarter, and he ends up with 12. And then you've got a nice game for Jordan Brunert, the sophomore off the bench, who again pressed into service because of the injuries. He ends up with 9 points. The Pugh twins also have good games. Dylan gets 9, Colt 7. And then you had Taylor Stevens-Diggs with 6, Jack Ryder with 5, and then a basket for Landon Ray. For Earle, 16 from Tayron Hurst. He was the only one of their players in double figures. The other Bulldogs, scoring-wise, Derek Lately had 8, 6 for Clifton Wren and Joseph McVeigh, and 2 for Keontae Harris. Adds up to a Carthage win, 70-38. We got to take one final 3-minute timeout, and when we come back, we'll have our Midwest Ag Supply play of the game. As you're listening to Carthage Tiger basketball right here on Music Radio 93.5.
Local dentists Mark Westhoff and Carthage alumnus Katrina Wickland of Carthage Dental Associates cheer on our Carthage Tigers. They know that setting goals and working hard toward them are keys to every successful life, and they wish the Carthage student body and athletes the best of luck in the game and in the classroom. Carthage Dental Associates have been providing preventive and restorative general dentistry for you and your families for the last 20-plus years, and they're proud to be a part of the community and are grateful to be part of this Carthage Tiger broadcast. Go Tigers! Go Big Blue! Carthage McDonald's, a proud supporter of the Tigers. They recognize the importance of teamwork. The R9 sports program is something to be proud of. The coaches, players, and each family member make a lot of sacrifices to create a winning team. The many practices, court and field preparation, the disappointments, and the great moments are all part of learning to win at life itself. Your Carthage McDonald's, locally owned and operated by the Marshall Rice family. Go Big Blue!
Get ready, Carthage. G3 Family Entertainment is coming this fall. Grab your family and friends and come experience the fun. G3 Family Entertainment features a 24-lane bowling alley, an exciting indoor playground for kids 2 to 12, a ninja tag arena, and a restaurant. Located behind Lowe's right here in Carthage. For updates and more information, please follow G3 Family Entertainment on Facebook. G3 Family Entertainment is a proud supporter of our Carthage Tiger student athletes, and they can't wait for the fun to start.
Beimdick Insurance is a proud supporter of the Carthage Tigers. Smart coaches build great team members. They have a solid game plan and only have the best equipment for their players. Beimdick Insurance applies this same philosophy when putting together an insurance program to ensure your Carthage Tiger family or business. When scouting for insurance, the right agent for your team is Beimdick Insurance. Give Beimdick a call at 417-358-4007. Go Big Blue!
Just as an athletic team relies on teamwork to reach its goals, a business depends on its staff to complement each other's strengths and function as a team to achieve its goals. The certified public accounting firm of Schmidt Associates wants to be a member of your team and help you reach your financial goals. Their small business accounting, payroll, and advisory services could help ensure your financial success. Call Schmidt Associates at 358-6090. Schmidt Associates, more than checks and balances.
Back here in Harrison as we're winding down our post-game show, the Harrison Goblins hosting this Lyndall Thomas Classic, needing a win over Marshall to secure the title, but certainly Carthage made a great showing as the Tigers, after losing to the Goblins on Thursday night, picked up wins over Marshall and got the 70-38 win here today over Earle. Time for our Midwest Ag Supply play of the game, and there's quite a few to choose from, and this is going to be, there was a specific play, and unfortunately I don't remember all the individuals involved. I really think that Taylor Stevens-Diggs, I think, was on the receiving end, but in the second quarter, there was a play where I think it was after a rebound, they kind of got things back, and I think it may have been one of the Pews made a beautiful pass down on the baseline to Diggs, who was able to complete the layup, and then I think they even got to steal another one and got another basket a moment later. But we were seeing a lot of plays like that during the ball game, but and that's one reason saying they ended up getting the big win.
Yeah, that was definitely just, they already had a lead, but that was a momentum churner, just taking any momentum that that the Bulldogs had at that moment and just really solidified how well Tigers did in this game overall.
So the pass for the big basket in the second quarter to help the momentum going from, we'll say, from the Pew, one of the Pews to Taylor Stevens-Diggs. That will be our Midwest Ag Supply play of the game. Let's hear from them, and we're back for a final word from Harrison after this on Music Radio 93.5.
Midwest Ag Supply is proud to support our Carthage Tigers in tonight's play of the game. Family owned and operated for over 30 years, Midwest Ag Supply is the area's #1 choice for all of your livestock needs. Lowest prices and a great selection on feed, pet food, seed, hay, protein tubs, and more. Midwest Ag Supply also offers delivery for anyone inside of 10 miles from Carthage. For more information about Midwest Ag Supply, check them out on Facebook. Open Monday to Friday, 8 to 5 and 8 to noon on Saturdays. Midwest Ag Supply, where customer service is their name and loading feed is their game. Go Tigers!
Well, one final word here from Harrison as we get ready to wrap up our coverage of Carthage Tiger basketball. Again, appreciate Ron and all the folks over at Music Radio 93.5 for giving us the opportunity to talk to you a little bit about Carthage Tiger basketball over the last few days. Of course, Caleb pushing all the buttons back there, certainly appreciate that. On site here, want to thank our voice of the Harrison Goblins, who's and again, Harrison's one of the teams we cover in our company, Jim Johnson, for helping us get all set up, and of course to Zane Henry right here for being not only good to work with, even though we only got half the game in today because of a headset misplacement, but and then working the game last night. And I tell you what, let's just in wrapping up, we saw Carthage 3 days. What do you think of the Tigers?
You know, I would love to see more of the Tigers. They play with heart. You know, they're not a huge team. They only have a select few of players. They only brought, I believe, 8 or so to the tournament. But those boys play their hearts out. And when the baskets drop for them, they drop plentiful. And that is just fun ball to watch.
Well, they'll be in Branson sometime in February, so you can come check them out. And that's one thing that Nathan Morris and I were talking about before the game. Of course, I cover the Branson Parents on a regular basis, and we're both getting ready for the Central Ozark Conference. By the way, the Tigers will open conference play at Joplin coming up on January 9th. They do have that non-conference game coming up next Thursday at McDonald County, but have seen a lot of the COC teams in the blue and gold, and Branson made a surprise run to the Final Four. Nixa won one division of the blue and gold, with Republic finishing second. Willard had a nice run in the tournament as well this year. And you take a look just at those squads, and then Webb City's always going to bring it. Neosho's had some pretty good teams the last few years as well. Ozark kind of had a rough time in the blue and gold, but they always have some quality as well. And I'm really looking forward to it. Of course, this is the last season of the COC in the Classic format. with the conference expanding next year. Now, Branson will leave the conference next year, but schools like Glendale, Kickapoo, and Lebanon will be joining the conference in there, and as well Waynesville. Branson and Carl Junction are leaving the COC to go to the new Ozark Mountain Conference. So there'll be a lot of new things next year, but this final year of the COC looks like it's going to be a strong one. And, of course, you can keep up on all the Carthage Tiger games right here on Music Radio 93.5. And, again, the next Carthage Tiger boys game will be happening at McDonald County on January 4th. Again, Jim Taylor, thank you so much, and all the folks there for letting us sit in for you during the holidays. And hopefully you and I can catch up. I think Carthage is heading, as I mentioned to Zane, Carthage is heading to Branson in February. You and I will catch up then. Zane, thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, no problem. I hope we did Jim Taylor. Hope we make him proud. And hopefully we can get back on the mic together sometime, Scott.
Absolutely. Look forward to that. So we're going to wrap it up. And so for Zane Hirner and our buddy Caleb back at the studios taking care of things, I'm Scott McCauley reminding you the final score in the final game for Carthage here at the Lundell Thomas Classic. It's the Tigers knocking off the Earle Bulldogs 70-38. We now bid you a pleasant good afternoon from Goblin Arena in Harrison, Arkansas.
Thank you for joining us for Carthage Tiger Basketball on KDMO and the Carthage Tiger Sports Network. And now to thank our proud sponsors.
We thank Dick Insurance, Bob Brown of American Family Insurance, Boomer's Barbecue, Carthage Area McDonald's, Carthage Dental Associates, Carthage Water and Electric, Community National Bank and Trust, Dr. Manzer, Fair Acres YMCA, First American Title Company. We also thank G3 Family Entertainment, Hess Brothers Bicycle and Hunter Team of Pro 100, J Builders, Jadwin Insurance, Jerry Poston of State Farm Insurance, Joe Ryder of Edward Jones Investments, Nell Mortuary, Lauren DeBeauty and Adam Bridges of Farm Bureau Insurance, MSSU, Old Missouri Bank, Ott's Food Products, Peachtree Dental. Also, Pearson Kelly, Reeves Tire, Schmidt CPAs and Advisors, Sirloin Stockade, Stephen McKay of Shelter Insurance, the law firm of Webster & Carlton, Tony Kennard of Wells Fargo Investments, Tony Williams of State Farm Insurance, Turf Tamers, Whistler's Hamburgers and Daylight Donuts, Wood Ford and Wood Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram, and Zyder Tax Services and Midwest Ag Supply.
Thank you for listening to Tiger Basketball on KDMO and the Carthage Tiger Sports Network. We'll see you next time.